All right, so today's piece is actually an hour of music by Pascal Dusapin. This is a French composer who we've talked about in the orchestra series. Um, this is the only other score of his I have, and it's 70 pages long, and how many etudes are there? And there are seven of them, I guess. Okay, so they're quite long pieces then, like 5 to 10 minutes each, and the foreword here is by Ian Pace, famous virtuosic pianist who specializes in new music. So, a satisfactory performance requires great care and attention to two factors in particular: variety of touch slash articulation and pedaling. In some ways, a conventionally classical approach to touch is insufficient for these pieces, requiring, as they do, the types of short, clipped staccatos and pointed accentuations that is more typically to be found among jazz pianists and other players. Okay, so if you look at the seven etudes, they were composed from over the course of 3 years, from 1999, or sorry, 4 years, 1999 to 2002. Um, Etudes 2, 3, and 4 were all written in 2000. Etude 5 was written in 2001, and then 6 and 7 were written in 2002. They're all, I think this is the premiere of each of them. So the premiere of Etude 1, Alain Planes, if I'm pronouncing that right. Etude number 2, premiered by Mikhail Rudi. Etude number 3, premiered by Vanessa Wagner. Etude number 4 and number 5 and number 6, all premiered by Ian Pace. And then Etude number 7, premiered by Vanessa Wagner. And I think in italics here is the who commissioned each one. Piano aux Jacobins, Festival de Saint-Requier, Festival Musica 2000, Festival Musica 2000, La Biennale de Berlin, Festival d'Automne à Paris 2002, and then Centre d'Art Contemporain d'Orléans. You can see the type of notation is very rhythmically complex, but the harmonic activity is rather simple. And then it's very detailed in terms of like pedal markings and grace notes and articulation and all kinds of dynamic changes. And so it's like somewhere between new complexity and like more standard tonal music, high romantic music, and obviously it has some sort of like jazziness to it, Frenchness to it. So yeah, I'm just gonna listen to them and get into it. I haven't listened to this in a really long time, maybe like 7 years, 8 years. And the recording I'll be listening to is in the video description if you're so interested. I'll see you in an hour. Okay, so my thoughts on the Etudes by Dusapin. I think these are really um, special and unique as a set of etudes. Um, I think Dusapin is like adjacent to French spectral composers, and you can kind of see that in the way that these are sort of constructed. It's like he's sort of pulling from a reservoir of pitches to create big chord complexes that slowly change. He'll set up a most of these etudes he'll set it up with like two or three notes in specific registers of the piano, and then he'll add a note and add another note, take away a note, right? And then it just slowly kind of evolves like that. Um, it kind of reminds me of like some of the earlier work of Giacinto Scelsi. Um, the notation's a little bit more detailed though, and there's like really crazy pedaling stuff that I think most listeners wouldn't even really pick up on. Um, my favorite one was probably the sixth one because it has a specific thing that the etude is dedicated to, which is the tremolo idea. So I think it's the most focused. I kind of wish more of the etudes were like that, like showing off a specific or showcasing a specific thing that the pianist is doing. Um, the fifth one, I have to admit, is really gorgeous, and it's on the longer side. As a cycle, it kind of works. It's a little bit bloated. Like I felt like the first four makes sense. It goes like slow, fast, and then the last three are all kind of slow. So it from the fifth onward, it kind of drags a little bit. I think the whole cycle could have just ended at five. And yeah, that's what I'll have to say. Um, these probably don't get performed a lot, but if you are a pianist, I would really consider looking at them and seeing if you can wrap your head around them. I do think that a lot of it is just a matter of like faking, because it's all like rhythmic detail and stuff. Next in the series will be some Salvatore Sciarrino. His Nocturnes from 2001.